Okay, so I actually fell asleep yesterday at reset. My phone died farming Skylanders, which I didn't finish farming all my soul stones as well. Busy day yesterday. So this is actually really hard for me to do because I always thought that my guild would survive until the end of the server. But all good things must come to an end, and it's unfortunate because I really liked my guild, but now there's a donation in it, and basically my guild is dead, and I really don't want to rebuild it another time. I rebuilt on my time playing Castle Clash. I rebuilt 4 guilds. I rebuilt the House of the Dead twice. I rebuilt House of the Dead twice during the prime of Castle Clash. Our vice leadership exploded during that time, and they created another guild, and I believe it was called Now I'm not crying, I just woke up. It was called, what was it called? It was called Raids Before Grades. That's what it was called. The guild was called... Yeah, but it's time to end it. There's no way IGG's gonna change the donation limit anytime soon. And guilds are basically dead these days. There's literally like 3 or 4 people online for me. I messaged everyone on Discord that was in my server that I'm disbanding the guild. So anybody that got that message is gonna either message me or message me online chat, but whatever. And after I disbanded, no, after I rebuilt, after the leadership left, my leader, which was T-Bone in the house, he made me vice leader, and I helped rebuild the guild. And then I rebuilt it to max again, and there was another infighting that occurred, and these guys, they left, and they made their own guild, and it was called, this one I don't remember either, and this one I don't think I'm gonna remember, but it was called, like, New Haven. It was called New Haven. I believe it was called New Haven. And they built the guild, as, like, a basically haven for their people because they felt like we were oppressing them or something, but in reality, it was just basically a girl and a guy who started dating on Castle Clash, and they wanted to be together all the time. I believe he went to visit her in Texas and stuff like that, but I don't know the details and I don't want to get too much into it. But they left and half the guild fell apart, so I had to rebuild once more. And I did it another time, and I basically, T-Bone, after the second time, no longer wanted to be leader, so he put me in charge, and then I rebuilt the guild and recruited so hard, and we got filled up one more time. And then, there was a player, I forgot his name, but he wanted to be vice leader, and he was a known like scammer. Well, he wasn't known to be a scammer, but he was like suspicious. Leader, disband, right there. You just click the button and the guild is destroyed. So yeah, but I was just making a video. Like, this is how I like to make videos with the overlay on top. But I didn't finish my story, and then I'm gonna disband the guild and end the video. And then after New Haven, I recruited, and there was this guy who was kind of suspicious, and he stopped playing for like a long time, and he wouldn't talk online chat. But then one day he just became active again, because he would message me like sporadically saying that his account, like, you know, he couldn't purchase gems because he got them refunded. And IGG had blocked his account because he refunded a large amount, like thousands of dollars. And he would message me like once a month saying that he was like still talking to live support. He was working it out with them, giving them all his account information, and then finally they unbanned him and he started playing again. But he was gem locked. This was before they completely banned you from gem locking, from gem purchasing, and banned your account. Like, this was when you could still get unbanned. So he got unbanned, but he couldn't purchase gems anymore. So he eventually wanted to become vice leader, and then T-Bone was a leader, and we had another vice leader. I forget who it was, but all the leadership was good. Everything was active. It was good. And then I recruited my good friend, and his name was I forgot his name, but he was my friend. Oh god, I gotta forget his name. His girlfriend's name was Woman, a bit mad woman. I think his name was Lucky or something. I don't remember his name. It was like so many years ago. A bit mad woman, and I forget his name. I don't remember. I'll look it up on Night Chat. I don't remember his name. But eventually, like one day, when T-Bone wanted to become leader again, and he asked me like, "What do you think of making him vice leader?" Like I had my reservations about it, dude. He was my. We talked every day, but it was like 3 or 4 years ago. I can't really remember his name, but like I still think about it, like what happened with him, because he's the one that suggested I should make my own guild, and then when T-Bone decided to become leader and he appointed somebody else like vice leader or anything, and everybody thought it was weird because I recruited everyone in the guild and I basically did everything for the guild. And then T-Bone just came back and became leader, and just like he did everything on his own. Like he set up his own vice leaders and everything, and kind of like, yeah, I can't remember, dude. But basically, he told me like you should just make your own guild since you recruited everyone here, like, and T-Bone is basically like taking all the credit, and you did all the work. And I agreed with him, and I got really upset, and I left and made my own guild. And he joined, like he came with me, and a bunch of other people from the House of the Dead came over, and we were in our guild, and I recruited like every day. And then I met my ex on Castle Clash, and I ran her account. She made 3 accounts because I had 3 accounts, so she made 2 more accounts. And when she started working, I ran all her Guild War accounts, and it was torture because I hate Guild Wars. But anyways, eventually, Guild Wars reached its height, where guilds started kicking after each, if you missed one day. And my leadership, like, since a lot of people didn't give like reasons why they missed, like they would say something after the fact, so we would kick at reset. And then my leadership became really like empowered. Like they would all complain to me about my friend. I think his name was like, I forgot his name, but I don't remember. But they would complain to me about him because he never did like he stopped caring about guild